Alrighty guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and if you guys were in today's live stream, then you saw that we ended up taking a loss on our first setup for today, and that honestly was an A+ setup, and I take that setup any day of the week. And then we did end up getting a re-entry for our second setup, which made back all the losses from the first trade, plus an extra 1,700, I'm pretty sure. I ended up trimming a contract at about 1,000 profit to make back the losses from the first trade, and then I held a runner just for this internal low. We did end up sweeping this daily low right here, but honestly, I did not want to sit in this trade anymore. We had already sat in this long enough, so there was no reason that I wanted to sit in this trade anymore. So I closed there, 1 to 2 risk to reward, super solid trade. Would take that any day of the week. So getting into the actual trade recap for today, what we see here is overall, super clear bearish order flow today. Shorts were free. Everybody knew that we would be short today. It was just a matter if we got an entry for those shorts. Now, what we see here at market open is bullish displacement higher. From here, I really wanted to see these London highs get taken out. We had this low resistance liquidity still up here. So I wanted to see London highs get taken out, see an SMT get put in with those, and then look for shorts after that. Unfortunately, we just never got a short opportunity. So we never got to take a short. What we see here is just bearish order flow, leaving all these low resistance highs. No trade to take us down to this low. From here, we knew that this daily low would then be the next draw. This is where our first losing trade comes into play. We end up rebalancing this 5-minute gap right here. So we tapped into this bearish 5-minute gap right here. This 5-minute gap literally held the whole time also. So this 5-minute gap never was inversed. We saw price tap into this 5-minute bearish gap, clean 2-minute inverse right here. You could say that this isn't that good of a close, but that's a super bearish displacing candle right there. I mean, it's a 50-point bearish candle. And our clear draw on liquidity is just this daily low right here. So we're just looking for a continuation based trade right here. And unfortunately, we get stopped out right away. This is a good setup that I would take any day of the week, guys. All right, I would take this setup. It's a clean mech model. We rebalance to this bearish 5-minute, clean 2-minute inverse right here, targeting this daily low. Everything lines up, guys. Everything lines up for this. Just unfortunate that it didn't play out. But I still do like this, I still like this daily low right here. I still would like to at least target this or somewhere around it. And that's kind of what we end up seeing here. We end up making a 15-minute bearish gap, so I know that price would want to sweep into that before we would go lower. We see price tap into this 15-minute gap right here. From here, super simple, bearish order flow. Once I see this displacing candle right here, creating the CISD right here, enter on this. We honestly end up chopping around here, as you can see, for like 6 to 8 minutes. Honestly, just a massive order block here that's ultimately going to send us to that daily low. So just holding throughout all this, and when your draw on liquidity is this clear, guys, you should be holding through all this, and you shouldn't be moving your stops break even. Like for instance, guys, we had put in these equal lows right here. Yes, I could have went break even, but I was so confident in this draw on liquidity, and we had also made equal lows right here that there is no reason why we wouldn't continue to push lower. I ended up taking a partial on like this candle, as you guys saw, and then I fully got out at this internal low. I did not want to hold or risk getting break even stopped. So yeah, and I'm happy with that, guys. Also, because we ended up taking a loss before this, able to make back our losses plus some more. So overall, I mean, these are great setups. Overall, super clear draw on liquidity for the day. Little bit unfortunate that our first setup didn't play out, but right here, clear 15-minute bearish fair value gap right here. That's going to send us lower. You can even pull out equilibrium of this. It looks like we ended up edging equilibrium. Or I guess you could do EQ of like this range. So tapping EQ right there. But yeah, I mean, overall great setup. Clear daily low that we're going to have to get hit here. So we were going to want to hold this bearish 15-minute, and that would ultimately send us lower. So when we see that candle displacement to go lower, stop above the high and just let it play out, guys. Just let it play out. So hopefully you guys were able to take something away from this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.